Yeah, there's one game that embodies the Steelers' victory. Look no further. It's this one. It is this one. Steelers win somehow. Somehow Tomlin always pulls it off, getting one-score victories. I don't know how he keeps doing it. He keeps escaping just by the graze of hair. He grazes through with a victory.
Any hair that he may have left on that head.
Yeah, not alone his hair. How about us fans? What we get to go through? Shout out to the sponsor of this video. I want to give a thanks to Prophet X for sponsoring with us for the entirety of the NFL season. Prophet X is America's #1 sports prediction market where you can win real money predicting sports in 40 or more states. The best part about Prophet X is other sports books will be against the house and they'll take a certain commission from you. Prophet X is a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange where users play against other players, other people, instead of playing against the house. And this allows you guys to select your own odds and request your own plays for the entire NFL season or for any sports you guys want with Prophet X. Users can accept existing odds posted by the house or other players if they want. But of course, if you don't like the odds, the best part is you can request your own. That way you get better value, real competition, and you can win on your own terms. So that's the best part about Prophet X, guys. If you guys are interested in using Prophet X for the NFL season, check them out. Sign up now at ProphetX.co. Use the promo code SteelTwins, and you'll get up to $200 when you use the site just for signing up. So sign up now. Begin winning real money predicting sports. Terms and conditions apply. Huge shout out to Prophet X for sponsoring with us on this video. 21-14, Steelers win. They advance to 2-1. They get their first victory in Foxborough since 2008.
Yeah.
And they do it with 5 defensive turnovers, 4 forced fumbles, and only 14 points off of all of that. Only 14 points off of all of that. And keep in mind.
If you're not down with that, we've got
Yeah, are you not down with that, Dan?
John Rye with 199 says Harmon looked good though. He did, yes. He did look good.
Harmon was a positive for the defense.
First sack today. Barbara FM with a 499. So Steelers 2-1 whenever I lose fantasy. Steelers win. When Steelers lose, I win fantasy. I'm sorry to hear that, my man.
Can't have it both ways. I feel you right there, man.
No, we're just not that lucky.
No.
The football gods can't bless us with everything, right? The Steelers started this game 14-0. They started off with a Cole Holcomb forced fumble recovered by Darius Slay. Steelers responded with a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell runs it in. Then the Patriots get off the field again offensively. The defense had a good start. Then the offense went 90 yards and scored a touchdown. DK Metcalf with a hell of a grab, a contested catch, and Steelers were up 14-0.
Yep.
And then at that point, good start, really good start, not something I expected. But what I also expected was, yeah, no lead is ever comfortable with the Steelers. We've seen this time and time and time again.
Nope.
We got Steve with a 5. It's almost like God himself likes Tomlin just enough to keep him employed. Yeah, literally. I don't know if Tomlin is a religious man, but if he prays, I'm sure God is probably the one that he answers to the most at this point.
Yeah.
James Claypool. Oh, God. Any relation to Chase? He just became an STN member. Appreciate you.
Thanks, James Claypool.
Yeah, as long as we have Tomlin, we can expect games like this all the time. Ugly victories. It's never pretty. Even with 5 turnovers, we almost still lost the game. In fact, with the 5 turnovers, at one point in this game, they had 3 turnovers in a 5-minute span. A Brandon Echols interception at the end of the first half.
Off a tip pass from Cameron Hayward.
Followed by a fumble after an interception to Robert Spillane, of all people,
Yes,
to open the second half.
To open up the third quarter.
But then the defense forced a fumble on Ramondre Stevenson. I think that was forced by Hayward. And then the offense goes 3 and out. Gets nothing off of that. And then they get another fumble from Antonio Gibson, and the offense goes 3 and out after that. So they had 3 turnovers forced by the Steelers defense in a 5-minute span, and they got no points off of it.
No.
And at throughout that entire situation, I'm thinking to myself, we're going to lose this game, aren't we? We're going to find a way to lose this game or at least allow the Patriots to tie the game, and they did. They did. Hunter Henry had 2 touchdowns on us.
Hunter Henry had 8 catches for 90 yards. And 2 touchdowns.
Now, thank God for Calvin scoring that game-winning touchdown off of a back shoulder throw by A-Rod. We won this game. We found a way to win this game despite all of the mishaps, despite them getting very comfortable and conservative. They found a way.
We've got 2 words for
Will with it too. Cleveland just blocked field goal drive for what?
If you're
Cleveland.
not
Wait, did
down
Cleveland
with
just
that,
win?
we've got 2 words for
Name
you.
last corner with 1 ounces. Why is Spillane better than Patrick Clean? Probably the scheme. I bet you it's the scheme.
They know how to utilize Spillane's play style. They
Yeah.
know how to use him right.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Yeah, the defense, they forced 5 turnovers, which is good. They got, what, 4 or 5 sacks today? 2 from Watt, a strip sack from Herbig, which was the 5th and final turnover. And then we had Harmon with a sack.
In his first game, by the way.
We had, I think, Hayward got in there with a sack as well. I forget. But despite all that and the 5 turnovers, the defense, man, the coverage, the poor tackling, it's still very evident. They're leaving guys wide open. The middle of the field's open. They got shredded by the tight ends today. Drake May had himself a solid game outside of the interception.
No, and the defense gave up total yardage. They gave up 369 total yards. Their third down defense cannot be trusted. It could be
They cannot.
It could be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 15, and the defense will allow a huge chunk yardage play, middle of the field, and it'll be a first down for the opposing offense.
Yes, they can't find a way to get off.
And
the
not
field.
only is their 3rd down defense poor, so is their 4th down defense outside the last defensive play that they did, preventing Demario Douglas from getting a first down.
You tell me the Browns are going to beat the Packers with Joe Flacco?
What?
Really? Really? Huh?
Oh, jeez. All right, well.
Is that right?
Well, listen.
26 first downs? Really? Is that correct? Yeah. Oh, my God. The Patriots had 26 first downs. They were actually 4 for 5 on 4th downs.
Yeah.
But the one they failed was obviously the one that won them the game. Brandon Eccles not only come away with the pick and filling in for JPJ, he came away with that great tackle on Demarius Douglas on that 4th down situation that ended the game for the Patriots. So, yes, they came away with plays. They came away with sacks. They had 5 turnovers. But everything in between that, it's got to get cleaned up.
It still can't be trusted.
No, it's not. And the offense didn't help one bit because even through all the turnovers, they didn't score any points off of it, especially to open the second half. They only had 14 points off of 5 turnovers.
Yeah, their opening drive was off the first turnover, the forced fumble by Holcomb, and then the other takeaway that they took advantage on was on their last offensive drive outside the kneel play.
Yes. After the
Everything in
big
between?
strip sack, Watt recovered, and then the Calvin Austin touchdown.
And then everything in between, outside the second drive where they scored for a touchdown, it was a 90-yard drive. Outside of that, everything in between was just not good by the offense.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I had visions. I kind of went back a little bit to the Week 1 opener in 2022 when we faced the Bengals. We had 5 turnovers. I think in that game we only scored 6 points off of them. This was kind of like that, just a little better, but a ton more stressful given how much name quality this team has. Seeing what they've done all offseason, this game was very stressful.
If you're not
Very.
down with that, we've got 2 words
In fact,
for you.
I'll give you a stat. At one point in this game, the Steelers had 102 yards total of offense in the first quarter. They only gained 20 in the second quarter and only 1 in the third quarter.
Yes, as a matter of fact, they ran 3 drives in the third quarter. It was 9 plays for 1 yard. Not one of those drives lasted more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, we had back-to-back drives where the defense forced fumbles, and each drive the Steelers offense responded with 3 and outs. Only 1 yard off all that.
Not aggressive, not taking advantage, not getting down the field, not staying on the field at that.
No, it was at this point I'm like, yeah, the defense can only do so much, and at some point the Pats are gonna tie the game, and they did. The Steelers still won. It's just a matter of you got all these turnovers and you're doing nothing with it. The line still sucks. Aaron Rodgers didn't have his best game. He threw 2 touchdowns and a dumb interception to Spillane. We couldn't get the run game going. Jalen Warren opened the game up with 32 yards on the opening drive. He only finished with 47.
As a matter of fact, his rushing yards kept decreasing as the game went on because, like you said, he had 32 yards on the opening drive. That was on 6 carries. Then at halftime, he had 10 carries for 35 yards. And after the first 2 drives to open the third quarter for the Steelers offense, Warren had 12 carries for 29 yards.
And finished the game with 18 yards, or 18 carries, 47 yards. Yeah, that just goes to show you how conservative the offense got. In fact, they had 102 yards in the first quarter, and then all the way up until the fourth quarter, they only gained 35, while the Patriots, They only got 20 yards in the first quarter, and up until the fourth quarter at one point, they gained over 300. It was very lopsided for the first, I want to say, I don't know, 12, 13, no. I want to say the first 17 minutes of the game. It was very lopsided towards the Steelers' way.
Yeah.
If
Otherwise,
you're not
everything
down
else,
with that, we've got 2 words for
the offense
you.
fell asleep. The offense didn't do anything. And that terrifies me going into the Vikings next week in Ireland, where they're going up against Carson Wentz and an offense that put up 48 points before there was even 11 minutes left in the game. 41 offensive points.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Steelers got the win. That's great and dandy. We advanced to 2-1. I guess we can ride with a little bit of momentum. But I'm so drained. Like, I don't feel that great about this victory. It feels very ugly.
No.
In a way, it almost feels like a loss. It's one of those losses where they could have won by more. They could have done so much, and they didn't capitalize in several areas throughout the game. Like, I'm so drained from this loss.
And what does that go to show you about this football team?
It doesn't prove to me that they can compete. It doesn't prove to me that they can really win in good fashion.
It doesn't showcase to me that they are a playoff-worthy team. And I don't think that they are, at least within the first 3 weeks. After a defense, just let alone gives you 5 turnovers, and you only take advantage of 2 of them, and your play calling was lackluster, you weren't aggressive, you were very complacent, and the defense just giving up tons of chunk yardage. What'd you say, 21 first downs, you said?
26.
My God,
Patriots
dude.
had 26 first downs.
My God, that's even worse.
Yeah, 26 first downs.
I'm not convinced by this team's performance.
No.
Like yes, they got the dub. That's fine. But their performance, everything in between, it's not convincing. It's not appealing to me. And it has me worried going the rest of the way because we got 14 more games of this. They got the win, but they still got lots of work to do. They still got a lot to adjust.
Yeah, this is one of the more uglier victories I've seen in some time. And we've seen a lot of ugly victories. Under Mike Tomlin, you can always expect an ugly victory.
But normally when it comes to, despite the ugly wins, they just look at it like, hey, we got the dub. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
Right.
Everything is not great. It's not good. There's a lot that you have to look into.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Steelers won. I remember saying at the beginning when I woke up this morning, I said, you know what? I don't care how it's done, get a victory. And they did. They did. It was just in the most complicated way possible. The most complicated. At one point, I thought to myself, the Patriots could be up by so much more if it wasn't for the mishaps. And props to the defense for making the plays. But if they had running backs that could hold on to the ball, maybe we're not talking about a Steelers victory.
Yeah, maybe not. Barbara FM with a 199 says, Tomlin, with a quote, I coached all week Sunday I just watched.
Huh?
Is that a legitimate quote?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. He said another one. Yeah, we just read the quote, but he said another 199. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you.
What the fuck does that mean? Huh? What is Tomlin talking about?
I don't know. I don't know if that's an actual quote he said.
Is that one of those things I gotta crack the code on what he's saying because he's just saying whatever the hell's on his mind?
Well, Tomlin with his word salads.
Wow.
Listen, Steelers got the dub. They're 2-1, but it's in the most ugly, sloppy way that you could honestly
If
think
you're
of.
not
Yeah.
down with that,
Got another one.
we've got 2 words for you.
Jets just blocked field goal and returned for a touchdown. Ha! Oh my God.
Oh, by the way,
What is going on?
By the way, I do want to mention before, I do want to mention that the Steelers could have had an additional field goal in this game, if you remember.
Yes.
The Steelers were at the New England 43. And keep in mind, Chris Boswell kicked a 60-yarder versus the Jets week 1 when the Steelers were at the New York Jets 42. Boswell, apparently, according to Mark Caboli, he was coming onto the field ready to kick a long field goal. And we have faith in Boswell. We know Boswell can do it. He's got the leg. He's got the accuracy. He's got it within him. Tomlin's called him a serial killer. But apparently, the Steelers said, no, you're not kicking a field goal. Boswell was pissed, and they had Corliss Waitman punt it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't understand that, considering I think at that point the game was tied, if I'm not mistaken. Yet they still punted. They wanted to pin the Patriots deep and just rely on the defense despite the chunk yardage that they were allowing, the first downs that they were allowing.
Right.
I didn't agree with that. I would have just relied on Boz and had him kick the field goal because you know he can do it. He's proven it.
We've got 2 words for
I just think that's questionable coaching right there. I think they just played it too safe right there.
Three blocked field goals have determined 3 games. Maybe that's why Tomlin didn't. Maybe he had someone in his ear saying, "Hey, don't kick a field goal. Everyone's blocking field goals today." I'm not saying that he shouldn't. What I'm saying is he definitely lived in his fears in that point.
I would have had Boswell go out there. I would have allowed him to kick the field goal.
Either way, man, we still won the game. But I can't think of a more ugly victory. And we've seen so many of them. I just can't think of a more worse or ugly win today.
Does it have me feeling confident going to Ireland to face the Vikings at 9:30 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning?
Like put it this way.
Does it make me feel good? No, it does not.
Put it this way. How do you get 5 turnovers? How do you get 5 turnovers and you still get out yardaged? How do you get 5 turnovers and you can't take advantage of any of it?
If you're not down with
That doesn't make sense to me.
we've got 2 words.
Like this team is just so incapable of taking advantage of the turnovers. This team is so incapable of keeping the pressure going, of keeping their foot on the gas. They get up by a certain limit. They're like, oh, we've reached our goal. We've reached our limit. Let's not exceed any further. Let's just sit back.
That's just how it is.
We've seen it time and time and time again.
Well, Isaac Rodriguez with a 4.99. He says, didn't really see the game, but how did we not blow them out of the water? All our injuries are on the defensive side. New England isn't a playoff team.
No. 5 turnovers.
And keep in mind, like the stretch, the next, including this game, the next 4 games are considered easy for the Steelers.
Here,
and this is how they perform.
I'll put it this way. 5 turnovers, but technically 4 of them could have been, that they could have gotten points off of, because the one with Eccles was with like 7 seconds left in the first half. They were never going to get points off of that. So 5 total turnovers, but 4 turnovers that were very capable of getting points off of. 2 of them they did. The other 2, realistically, they went 3 and out. So yeah, they should have had more yards. They should have had more points based off of the mistakes that the Patriots made. If they would have kept going what they did to start the game, we could be in a different tune. But this just goes to show you that despite what the defense gave us, all the sacks, all the turnovers, right? The offense couldn't capitalize. The team just gets too complacent, gets too comfortable. I don't understand it. I'm not surprised by any means, because I did expect it. By the time we're up 14-0, I'm thinking to myself, Steelers are going to find a way to let them come back, aren't they? We've seen it so many times.
We've got 2 words for
I just can't think how this keeps happening. I don't understand it.
Well, considering the changes that they made and then the player personnel that they've added and their mission, and I can't state that enough. I've said that, 3 weeks straight. I can't stress that enough. And it's just the same every week. It's just, the common current trend that's been the case from last year and the year before that, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, Matthew,
it's no different.
Matthew with 2 says receivers and tight ends not getting open. No.
And
then the line still sucks. The play calling was horrendous today. It's just, once again, an offensive collective mishap. Like, after the 2 drives, the back-to-back touchdowns, they only got 1 touchdown after that. Off of 5 turnovers or 4 turnovers.
If you want to be technical.
It's something we're not used to. It's something that we are used to. It's something we're not surprised by. It's just like, after everything that they've done, everything they've added, I don't see much improvement. I don't see no week-to-week growth here. And then we got the Vikings next week, and then the bye. The bye is very early, but at this point, it seems like it's coming at a more convenient time than we would have thought, considering what the schedule is like. Will they make adjustments going into the Vikings, going overseas? Probably not. Will they rebound? Will they keep up the consistency and the momentum of this victory? Probably not. I'm not hopeful for it, but this should give the Steelers every inkling that we got to go in there, we got to watch as much film as possible and improve on a lot of these mistakes, because there is still a lot to work on.
There is.
Yes, we won. I'm happy we won. I have just never felt so deflated. I've never felt so just, I don't know, incomplete, for lack of better terms, in regards to a victory. It's just,
We've got 2 words.
we had so much happen and we still almost lost.
Barber FM with a 4.99. He says, the quote that I sent was a lip reading during the timeout. I just hope Clown Man has the nerve to do something. He won't.
No.
He won't.
Same shit every year. Different players and the games look the same. Who is common denominator? Well, I think we know the answer to that. How many years have we been going on with this? And yes, we won. I'm happy. But we got to build off this. We got to keep improving somehow, or improve at some point. I don't even think we're improving. We're just skipping by. We're just skiing by.
We're escaping with lucky wins, and that's what I call this victory. It's a win, but it's a lucky win at that. How many more are we going to get? And how convincing is it going to be?
Not very.
How are we going to be posed as a threat in the AFC to the NFL overall? How are we going to be a convincing team? How are we going to put fear into NFL teams?
Not like that. You're not winning a playoff game like this.
No, you're not.
So there's a ton to work on. There's still so much to do with this team. And I don't know when it's going to start. I didn't really see a lot of improvement today. Outside the turnovers, I didn't see a lot of improvement from the defense in the way they allow plays and allow chunk yardage and the way they can't get off third downs. I didn't see much improvement from the offense.
Well, dude, 2 of the 4th down conversions that the Patriots did, they ran the same exact play. One of them was at the New England 15-yard line, where it was just a simple pitch back to the running back, which is essentially at that point, that's what, a 4th and 4.
Right.
And then the defense just allows it. Like you're not going to be a consistent defense if you're going to bite on that twice.
Anthony, no. No, they would not. The Rooneys would never fire Tomlin. He's stuck here till after 2027. He might get a new contract after that. Crazy to think. Anyway, guys, that's the post game. Let us know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. How you guys feeling about this victory? What do you want to see from next week? Let us know your guys' true feelings regarding this win. We won. We needed a victory, and we got it. But at the same time, I didn't see so much improvement. I didn't see so much fix in a lot of areas. I just saw a lot of the same negatives. It's just the Patriots coughed the ball up a lot more. And I think in that sense, you could say, yeah, maybe we got lucky. I don't want to discredit the defense and the turnovers they forced, but in a lot of cases, yeah, without them, Lord knows what the result is.
Honestly, what this game was 2 non-convincing teams that just played sloppy football.
Yeah. Very sloppy win, very sloppy game. I'll take it, but yeah, we got to build off of a lot. We got to find ways to just improve. We got a lot to work on.
Yeah, we do, brother.
Let us know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. See you in the next one at the end of the day. Here we go, Steelers, and we are on to Dublin, Ireland versus the Vikings.
And hopefully we can do that next week.
I doubt it.
As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!